Hey everyone. So the question is, why does my ego get louder the closer I get to stepping into my purpose? It's a really great question. It's very common. And yes, it happens and you should expect it. So to understand this question, it's important to also understand that the ego was originally intentioned to be like a biological function of protector to keep, this physical vessel to keep us safe, right? And alive, right? And the ego evolved in a dysfunctional way to become like the protector of our sense of emotional security, or mental security. So it became its sense of like protecting that sense of self and that preservation of self, which is an illusion in and of itself, no pun intended there, is how it evolved dysfunctionally over time from like biological mechanism to protecting this false sense of self that doesn't really even exist. So when it comes to stepping in your soul purpose, you are usually, it's amazing because you're following your heart and you're stepping into a higher self calling. You're stepping into doing something that you love, something that you're passionate about, something that you truly deeply desire, which is, something that's coming directly from your higher self. And as such, you're stepping into closer alignment with yourself. So the ego is almost like becoming less relevant and it doesn't understand it. So, it gets confused, it gets loud, it wants to keep things as they are. Additionally, many times when you are, stepping in and really pursuing your dreams, pursuing your soul purpose, you are taking, you're making changes. You are taking some leaps. You are taking what might be perceived to be, some risk, though that's an illusion too. And so often this sense of security tied a lot of times to financial abundance, tied to a perception of security, a perception of safety in this world, which is what the ego is all about, and it wants to protect that. It wants to protect that sense of financial security. Don't change things. Oh my God, you're going to be at risk. And so it gets a lot louder at that time because, again, it perceives that what you're doing is risky, but that is a lie. Because where your higher self is leading you, i.e., the universe, that is, there's nothing safer you can do. Your higher self and the universe is not guiding you towards anything where there's not a path of abundance attached to it, where it's not like your absolute highest potential for your life in terms of happiness, joy, financial abundance, everything. So listening to your higher self, following, stepping in your soul purpose is actually the safest, best thing you can do for yourself. But again, because of this misperception the ego has about its role and about, what the world is, what it isn't, what you are and what you aren't, it perceives it to be a risk in that, your sense of security tied to finance, tied to rejection is at threat. And so it gets very louder for a period of time. And so the best thing to do is just to expect it. Expect it to get louder. It's going to get louder. And then come back to some of the work we've shared in other videos, which is remembering, ego has a misperception about you and the world. Therefore, you can't trust in the accuracy of the information it presents. And in these moments, it's really about just witnessing and observing the ego, but not taking action aligned with where it's directing. So not giving up on your dreams and going back and getting a job you hate just to pay the bills, right? If you listen to the ego and take actions and make decisions based on where it's directing you, you will always go to the lowest potential for your life. You listen to your higher self, i.e., step into alignment with your soul purpose, you step into the highest potential for your life. So I hope that that's helpful to you. Again, if you want to hear me, any questions you'd like answered, just comment below. And please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and be sure to subscribe to my page if you haven't already. Okay, bye for now.